Hello and how's it going? Zach D Productions here, and I am here for a CD collection video for you guys. This will be a collection for 3 bands, and those 3 bands are Overkill, Death Angel, and Testament. These are, of course, all bands outside of the big 4 of thrash. These are all thrash metal bands, not a part of the big 4, so yeah. Now, when it comes to the non-big 4 bands, I'd say that these bands are probably my favorites in thrash, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this collection. I think we'll start off with Overkill. So first we got Taking Over, Under the Influence, which is definitely a classic, The Years of Decay, which is of course another classic. Probably my favorite album from them too. Great album for sure. And then we got an album that I think is also one of their best, Horoscope. Some of their best work for sure. And then we got I Hear Black, which is one of their more underrated albums. It's more groove metal driven, but it still works for them. I still think it's a pretty good album for what it is. And then we got The Killing Kind. Bloodletting, Killbox 13, Relics, Ironbound, The Electric Age, White Devil Armory, The Grinding Wheel, Live in Overhausen, and finally, The Wings of War. So that is my collection for Overkill. I know I have most of their albums, but not all of them, of course, and that's the case with Testament as well. I have the majority of their albums, but there's only a few that I'm missing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next band here, which is Death Angel. So first we got the Ultraviolence, Frolic Through the Park, which is probably one of their best. And then we got, in my opinion, their best album, or at least my favorite from them, Act 3. It's also the first album that I picked up from them as well. The Art of Dying. And the first Death Angel song I ever heard was actually from this album. That song being Thicker Than Blood, which is definitely one of the highlights on this album. But yeah, really good one. And then we got Killing Season, Relentless Retribution, The Dream Calls for Blood, The Evil Divide, which is one of their weaker albums, and in my opinion, maybe their weakest. But even in saying that, it's still a really good album. Death Angel has no bad albums. And then we got Humanicide, which I do think is actually one of their best. And then we got this live album here. So that is it for Death Angel. And as you can see, I do have all of the main albums from Death Angel. So let's go ahead and get into the last band here, Testament, The Legacy, The New Order, Practice What You Preach, which is probably their best album, at least in my opinion. Definitely a classic. Then we got The Ritual, Low, Signs of Chaos, The Best of Testament, The Gathering, The Formation, which this is actually the first Testament CD that I ever purchased. And then we got Dark Roots of Earth, Brotherhood of the Snake, and finally Titans of Creation. So that is my CD collection for these three bands, Overkill, Death Angel, and Testament. Let me know what you think. Do you have any CDs from these bands, and are you a fan of these bands? Feel free to let me know. So on that note, thank you for watching. Have a good one.